I realized that there's a problem in the mechanical keyboard space. Everything is getting too good. At around $100 to $150, everything starts to sound the same and surprisingly look the same. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the Epomaker P75, which fits into this category of, well, why does it sound so good and how is it so affordable all at the same time while being still pretty high quality, I think. So this is by Epomaker. It's a 75% triple mode aluminum gasket mounted mechanical keyboard with a rotary knob. I mean, how many times have you seen that on a marketing page? With a knob, 75% gasket mount. It almost feels like deja vu. On the back, you've got a full aluminum case, 3 and 5 pin hot swap, so pretty normal features nowadays. PC plate already included in the keyboards, get a little bit more bounce. Oh, and did I mention, they actually sent me 2. So we've got 2 different colors here. Gonna take a look at them. Hopefully there's 2 different switches as well, but thanks to Epomaker for sponsoring today's video. And look at the cute desk mat. It's pretty cute, huh? We'll talk about it later though. So we've got a nice box, always a nice box nowadays. I haven't seen a bad box in a while. Epomaker P75, quite the manual here. Feels like a book. And they've even got a Discord server with a permanent invite link and a Reddit page. A keyboard in a nice plastic pouch that we'll be taking a look at. But look, it looks like Olivia, which is a keycap set with black and pink colors. 2 boxes of accessories. Ooh, some nice switches. I think I've seen these before, these exact switches. Tools, an Allen wrench. Always keep this for when you want to take your keyboard apart and you realize, oh no, I don't have a toolkit that fits. Also get a nice keycap switch puller too. And I've got 3 extra switches and some extra keycaps. That was in accessory box number 1. What goes behind accessory box number 2? So here, got the cable, braided USB-A to USB-C, normal cable, but remember it was wireless, so we actually don't need one of these unless you want to connect your keyboard to your computer all the time. Boom! So full aluminum frame, aluminum bottom, aluminum top, dongle holder. Oh, that's good. That's missing from a lot of companies actually, is dongle holder right on the case, which is really convenient nowadays. Got cable, Bluetooth, 2.4G, that switch there. It does not have a Windows and Mac switch, but maybe you can do that on the keyboard. And then USB-C here, no feet, but look at this design here. It looks like a car, smooth and sleek. That will make it here, no special weight, but it's okay. No one's gonna see the bottom of your keyboard anyways. Did I mention that this keyboard is only $99 on the Epomaker website? How is it possible that this is $99 when back in the day, you would get nothing like this for $99? You would get a plastic case, ABS keycaps, maybe some RGB, you would not get a knob, you would not get wireless, you wouldn't get any of this. And now in 2024, you can get all of this for $99. How are they doing this and what exactly is going on? So we've got screws here. You can take that apart with the Allen wrench that they provided. There's only 6 of them, so really easy. And they've got these nice black pink style / Olivia style keycaps, but the pink is light and well, there's some red that looks a little bit brown. Overall, very cute colorway. Let's look at what is in the other color one. So you've got all the same accessories with this one, just a different keyboard color. We've got the black one here, the white one here, pretty much all the same around, a white dongle instead of the black dongle. And look at this bounce. Ooh, like a trampoline. So which one do you like better? White or black? They both look really good and they've got really nice keycaps on them as well. I was using this for a bit the other day. It sounds like it's not $99. It sounds like you would expect it to be maybe $300 and you just made it from like a custom keyboard that you bought. You would mod it to make it poppy sounding is what these sound like. Let's take it to the next level and look at what's under the hood. So we've got double shot keycaps, south-facing switches, ooh, south-facing PCB, so the RGB is pointing towards me instead of pointing towards you when you're typing. And you also got a sheet of PE foam right there underneath the plate. So I think we should just take it apart. That would make it a lot easier to see what is actually going on. I I think I want to take apart the white one just to be a little picky, to do something a little different. But yeah, lately the biggest problem that I have is that I just see so many keyboards, but they're the same thing. So when you put 5 keyboards in front of you and you're like, which one is which, and you have no idea, is that a problem? Or maybe that's a good thing, that everything is becoming more affordable but also becoming high quality. But then that makes the problem, which one do I buy? How do I know which one is the best out of all of them if they're sort of all the same? And the conclusion that I've gone to is that it comes back to this thing that we like to call preference. And I know that gets mentioned a lot in the space, but really if there's just a bunch of different colors and they all cost the same and they're basically all the same, then you pick what you like, you pick what you enjoy. So between these two, I don't know which one I would like. They're both pretty nice. And then there's a bunch of other brands out there too that are like this, except they have different colors and different switches and maybe some different keycaps. So let me know, like, how do you decide what is a good keyboard and what is a not so good keyboard? The problem is different now. The problem used to be, how do I get the best bang for my buck? But now the problem is, well, if I have the buck, which one do I get? The evolution in problems is a good one. But if you are stuck deciding, then check out my Discord server. It's linked down below. It's a new one because we shut down the old one and now it's back and it's better than ever. But if you need any help, then there's a bunch of people there that are gonna help you decide. So I've opened it up, see what is under here. Oh my gosh. We've got a runaway knob, so a typical aluminum knob. Nothing's really keeping it here. And there's a nice aluminum plate, pretty lightweight. So I like that the gaskets are on the plate here instead of having just rubber strips alongside the top case. That's really annoying when you're building a keyboard. I feel like no one built a keyboard anymore except the really high-end stuff. But it used to be that you would put these gaskets on these little things, but now you just slide them onto the plate like so. So this has some wireless, so I'm gonna have to just pull right out, just yoink it. So here's the PC plate, and you've got some foam here between the plate and the PCB, and then you have these little gasket socks. You slide them on, slide them off, relatively easy. So if you have different gaskets from different companies or something that you like instead, I think they're really all the same, you can use that. It's got 5-pin hot swappable sockets. This whole thing itself is pretty nice. And then we have a very thin layer of almost see-through foam here. I don't think that one does anything. And maybe this one does a little bit of stuff just because it's touching the bottom plate and preventing anything from touching it. So we've got the controls here connected to the wireless stuff and the cable. And the battery, 4,000 milliampere battery. No idea how long that lasts. The bottom is the heavier piece compared to the top. So let's put everything back together. I feel so old, but I feel like things have changed so much, where it used to be that you would pay for a group buy and like build a keyboard just like this one, and that would cost $199 for the case, and then add on another $50 for the keycaps and another $50 for the switches, and you would have to build it, like sit there for hours and just build it. And now, you just pay money. There's nothing that money just can't solve. Money and a positive attitude. Just kidding, there's things that money cannot solve. But I wouldn't know what they are yet. There we go. Put that back. Got a nice flex still. I think if you removed one of those foam layers, maybe it wouldn't flex as much, but it was such a thin layer that it probably doesn't do anything. So those were the internals, pretty straightforward. I mean, maybe if I really wanted to make it less poppy, so it sounds like this right now. It's like really loud, and you can hear me type from like across the house, which is really loud for a keyboard. Not really my thing, but if you like poppy and that's your preference, then go for it. But the only thing that I would do to change this keyboard is I would remove the layer of PE foam and just silence it a little bit, and maybe add a little bit thicker foam layer to the bottom. But again, that is preference. That's always going to be preference. I'm sure out of all the other ones out there that I mentioned, the Epomaker P75 has 3 switches. You've got the zebra switch, you've got the wisteria switch linear, which is what I have, and then you have a wisteria switch tactile. So they're pretty lightweight. Let me see this one. Yeah, I think these are the exact same switches. Hot swappable, we've got software. You can do Windows and Mac, but you do it with the combination of keys instead of just a knob switching back and forth. So you got plate mounted stabilizers. That's okay. I just thought that it would be not plate mounted stabilizers. So all the foams, you've got the IXPE sheet that I would personally remove because that makes it sound quite poppy. You've got the PET sound pad, sound absorbing foam, and EVA case foam. So everything together sounds pretty nice. Okay, let's take a look at the stabilizer. So it's closed. Let's open it up. Yep, that's definitely plate mounted. There's nothing wrong with them though. They're tuned quite nicely. They did a really good job. Hot swap PCB, double shot cherry profile keycaps, and key rollover, south facing. I mean, all the stuff that you really would expect in a custom keyboard. So here's some alternatives that to me look very similar. You've got the ND75, the Rainy 75, even the Limo key. This one, can you tell a difference? If I didn't tell you the name, would you be able to tell a difference? Maybe, maybe not. They just all have different colors. Like you got green, beige, white, black, blue, green. Oh gosh, that's just overwhelming. Let's not even look at that because I'm overwhelmed. Got a couple colors here too, and then you got a couple colors here. Bunch of colors, bunch of switch options. Are you feeling overwhelmed? I'm feeling overwhelmed. But seriously though, even on the Epomaker website, you've got all these products. We've got this one, the P75. You've got this one, the MS68, so it's a different size, but still $99. You've got this one, the Galaxy 70, also $99. You've got the Aula F81. There's so many. The Miele M75. Sure, it looks a little different. It's 75%. It's got a knob. It's got a couple more keys here. So it looks a little different, but it's got a lot of the same stuff. A power switch, plate mount stabilizers, metal knob, aluminum case. It's gasket mounted. I mean, what am I looking at? It's hard. Even on the same website, it is hard to decide what you want. And there's always products coming out and coming out and coming out. So how do you get around this? Choosing between keyboards that are all pretty affordable and all are pretty good. Well, I've come to the conclusion that you just need never-ending money to buy more and more keyboards. No, I'm kidding. I would say it's about preference. Like if you have a t-shirt and you really like the cut of the t-shirt and the fit of the t-shirt and the fabric of the t-shirt, but you just have a bunch of different colors and designs of the same t-shirt, you'd probably buy the one with the color that you like. The same thing really applies to these keyboards. You'd probably buy the one with the look and the appearance and the sound that you like, because they are all really good. They all have a lot of the same features. They're all gasket mounted, and not like the jank gasket mounted. They're finely gasket mounted. They've got USB dongles. They've got the knob. And maybe if you're not looking for a knob, I don't know, a lot of things have knobs nowadays. Maybe you want a weight on the bottom that looks a little different, or you want these specific cherry profile keycaps. Like there's a filter of decisions that you have to make when you decide what keyboard to buy, and it's no longer what's the best keyboard for $99. Like that's not the question anymore. The new question is, out of all these keyboards that are $99 and are all really good, which one do I want? Which sounds like a really exciting question to answer, because now you get to think beyond the money, beyond the price. Now you get to think about what you want, what color you want, what sound you want, what switches you want. Like it's so much more exciting and so much more freeing. I like it. I like where the space is going. I think it's overwhelming, yes. It's a lot more fun, but I am curious to see where people will go next, because you're probably not going to see anything lower than $99. It's probably going to be that $99 is going to get better and better and better over time, and then everything else above that is going to have to stand out in their own way somehow. Here are these two keyboards. They've got the Wisteria switch. Actually, I want to see what switches are. This is not the Wisteria switch. This is the Zebra switch, which sounds and looks just like the Wisteria switch. What is going on? Wisteria linear, the Zebra switch. This one's got a box design. This one doesn't. This one's definitely louder. A lot louder, but we'll see the difference in our typing test. Oh, and if you're wondering about this really cute desk mat, this is from Kinetic Labs. My husband doesn't think that in anime frogs make a kero kero sound, so if you're watched all the way here, please comment down below kero kero. Thanks. So this is what it sounds like. Silver or black? Silver sounds better to me. Put it in the ranking table. So let's do this. Epomaker P75, price $99. The ranking, I don't know yet. I'm on the fence about it. If I could give it like a 4.5, I probably would. This is a new top contender, really great price point, right under $100. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. So if you're interested in checking out the ranking table and our Discord server, links are down below. And this is the Epomaker P75. Thanks to them for sponsoring. And do frogs make a kero kero sound? Let me know. Please let me know.